Hello, hello, everybody.
Hello. Let me get my references somewhere. What a pose.
So he has fun hair for you to do.
Yeah, that should be pretty cool. And this one he has ears, but... Or maybe that's more hair.
There's more hair.
That's all.
Now, Lionel's hair, or ears, has always been distinctly, like, hidden.
I don't know which one to start with.
Rare.
I guess we'll put this one up
Yes,
so I can get the pose. Why aren't you sitting somewhere where we could put you on camera?
She wants to sit in the lap. I have both cats.
Oh. Happy.
Ooh. Portia's so pointy.
Yeah, she is sometimes. So what kind of background for Lionel? And he's pretty bright colors. Me.
Yes, yes, Portia. I'm petting you. I'm petting you, dear. You're trying to think of a background for him?
Yeah.
You could do, like, lightning.
Oh, hello.
Hey, what's going on, Bree? Hope you're doing good tonight. Pedro, what's going on? How you doing, bro? Doing alright?
Hello.
Oh, they got the Horizon music going. With Lionel, though, you could always do, like, lightning behind him. Like I guess, yeah, that kind of green sky and then some lightning. P.T. Pablo. Festivities Peter. Party Pete. What? Those are his names on other platforms.
Oh, really? Festivities, yes. Peter.
Festivities Peter. That's the one that I thought was the... I thought it had the best ring to it. Festivities Peter.
Lazy clouds.
Clouds? Well, I guess if you got lightning, then there needs to be clouds.
Yeah. Oh no. There's a bird going bonkers out there.
Tonight we're doing a classic, Lion-O from Thundercats. You remember him? That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like this brush. Oops. I guess we're leaving that like that.
Undo.
Oh no, I never should have lifted this.
Oh, what's up, Nick? Now, there were supposed to be some boobs being drawn soon, too. What did I say? What did we say was gonna be? Who was that?
Forgetting a request of some sort? Oh no, I didn't finish crap.
Those look like rain clouds, thunderclouds.
Yeah, you know what? It's gonna be land down here.
So are you drawing like a small Lion-O or a big Lion-O?
I'm not really wanting to draw that Speedo so much, so probably just like a bust.
Speedo.
Dude was wearing a Speedo. I don't know about that.
That's traditional hero attire. I guess it is a Speedo though.
It's a Speedo.
It's Manderwear.
No.
Lion-O is incredibly manly. You have to be manly to be able to wear those. Like, that's what wrestling is all about. It's not about the drama or the wrestling moves or the kicking of asses. It's all about the showing that you can wear a Speedo and be proud of it. Speedo makes the man.
No, I don't like this brush.
Was that like... Did you have like lag on your tablet?
I did. It does that sometimes.
Tablet lag?
If I make the brush really big, it doesn't like that.
So dang. Where's Jose? Jose ain't been around since he got his commission. Why does it look like Legos?
I don't know. I don't like any of these brushes for dirt.
For dirt.
For dirt.
You don't like them for dirt? Like you don't like them that...
Nah, I'm trying to draw dirt, and they don't look like dirt.
So I'm still trying to figure out the scale of this.
Not even I know.
Oh, okay. So long as we're on the same page. Is it a dust storm now?
I don't know. I just want a horizon. I should, like, do all this before I even get on.
Pedro wants to know, what tablet are you using and do you recommend it? Abby's looking in to get one.
It's a Wacom Cintiq.
I think it was the,
15?
Yeah, 15.
15 inch, I forget the number. I'll look at the back.
Yeah.
13 HD creative pen display. And I do like it. I really wanted one that was gonna be like wireless though. This one's wired, so you gotta hook it up to a computer to do anything.
Yeah, she will be tethered to a computer as an HDMI adapter cable that goes into the back of the PC.
Yeah, I wanted something like Aeromega Sensei had, that she could just kind of wander around. It was like basically a computer, and they do make ones like that, but they're thousands of dollars. I think they're like $2,500 or
yeah, they're
maybe
ridiculous.
more than that. Yeah, this one was $800,
something like that.
so a little bit more doable. Still,
we got it
ridiculous.
after it went on like right after it went on clearance at a good old Fry's.
Yeah, I think we did get somewhat of a deal on it. It was still expensive though, but it's good. And even the ones that are like that don't have a display and you just look at the computer and draw, once you get the hang of it, they're still pretty easy to use too, because that's what I used to use, and they're way cheaper.
I don't understand any of it. I'd rather just have a pen and some paper.
Yeah, this stuff would probably look way better if I just drew with a pencil and paper, but there's something satisfying about watching digital art to me that I think it's more entertaining than traditional art. Both are good.
It's definitely fun to watch. It's intimidating.
I like the music for this. Yeah, it is very intimidating. You just gotta go for it. You don't know what half the buttons do? Doesn't matter. Just do it.
She still hasn't looked up a YouTube video on how to use this thing.
No. Well, in all the...
Ragnar, what's going on, brother? How you doing tonight?
All the software is kind of different. They all have similar stuff. Like, this is pretty similar to Photoshop, but it has some things that are different, and I don't know. I just wing it. I'm not here to give any kind of art advice, though. Because I have no idea what I'm doing, clearly. So I was going to try doing my line art in something other than black, just for fun. Because I feel like the black is such a stark contrast to just about everything.
The black?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try doing my line art in red.
Ooh, you get a Charlie horse, Ragnar?
Oh.
I hate those.
Man, I feel you.
Yeah.
My neck's been killing me.
Still?
Yeah, it's better today, but no. Yeah, it still hurts. Yeah, I would recommend that, even though that's not what I've done, but that's probably the best course of action.
Ragnar doesn't have doctors where he's at. Or air conditioners.
Crap, his arms have to fit in there somehow. So... let's say that's his head.
And I love Transistor's music.
Yeah, me too. Dude's got broad-ass shoulders.
Hey, would you look at that? Look, it's lying out, guys.
Yep, we're done. Good night.
This one would be by... This request is from Rick, 1982. I need to put out the tweet so he actually knows what's going on, though, because I think he watches for Twitter notifications. I'm working on that right now. So, how is your evening, everybody? Y'all doing good? Yes, actually, Sasha ate something right before the stream. I am uncomfortably full because we went to a buffet for lunch and I overdid it. I'm only just getting over the pain.
Okay, I think this is the plan. Or maybe we're done. Which thing?
Inspiring.
Okay, let's make a new layer.
But it is a good idea for a pose. I think that'll work. Just remember, his left arm has the great gauntlet. Yeah. That's important. Big claw.
Oh, this is on the wrong gauntlet. Layer.
And the sword.
Okay, so that's the gauntlet. That's the sword.
The gauntlet, the belt, the speedo, the hair, and the sword. That is Lionel.
The ab window.
Hey, the ab window is classic. Like, all the big heroes used to rock the ab window.
That square neckline.
Even Doom Guy from the very first Doom game, he had the ab window.
Biceps.
Hey, Audiobot, what's going on? How are you tonight?
Oh. And tries. Okay. Oh, and I'm drawing that on the wrong layer again. Doesn't need to be there anyway. Looks more like a bird. Okay. And we got our pose. I'm gonna grab a different reference for defense.
Are those his muscles?
Yeah, he's got biceps.
His biceps and his triceps. Look at those.
So atomically correct. I really like this one, but I don't know if it's accurate. Oops.
His hair is anatomically correct.
Let's
and
look at
perfect.
this one. Oops. Oh no. Where did it go? Oh,
What
there
would
it
you
is.
guys say Lion-O's most defining feature is? I gotta go with the hair.
Yeah, probably the hair. Those eyebrows. Is that World of Final Fantasy?
They had an update? What did they add to it? I didn't hear about that. Usually my phone tells me about that kind of stuff.
What is that?
Should be for World of Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah, the new edition for the Switch, right? Is that what you're talking about? Chicken pot pie?
I don't have any chicken pot pie, Ragnar, but you know what I do have?
Pickles!
I have a fresh bucket of pickles right here. While I did say I'm still painfully full from the buffet, there's always room for pickles. Maxima DLC? I'll have to check that out. Did you complete World of Final Fantasy? I wish I could say we did, but something distracted us from it. I can't remember what.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I was playing when I stopped playing World of Final Fantasy. What kind of mouth is that? It looks like super frown.
Well, Lion-O's pretty serious, but you're also... That reference is from an American comic artist that does work for Marvel. He's one of the X-Men artists. He gets pretty serious into his stuff.
That explains it. I should probably look at a real Lion-O from the anime. Just for the sake of accuracy. And this one's all blurry.
Oh, we got some music from Mirror's Edge here. It had good music.
Oh yeah, Mirror's Edge had awesome music. Oops.
Just put cat ears on that and you've got thunder in the background, so.
Oh, so you can add the... Like, you can... If you've got it on the PS4 and don't want to buy it on the Switch, you can still get the new stuff that's going to be on the Switch version. Come on, Draw. What are you doing?
I think that's how they should do it. They should make it cheaper for existing owners of games.
Yeah. Oh no, what layer was it drawing on? Oh well.
Speaking of 76, Ragnar, we should be getting our codes for the beta soon, so I think we'll be streaming that when it does drop. Well, depending on if they let us, I don't know. Some companies are pretty weird about the streaming and they say, no, No, can't do that. Hey, Titsalot, what's going on? One of the most fun names to say, always.
I should probably draw his whole head. Me. Yawn. Aw, sleepy Portia.
A lot of people are still on the fence about 76, which, I mean, I can't say I'm really one way or the other just yet either, but the thing I was most worried about with 76 is that you'd end up with a lot of, like, people who could take control over the servers, like in a lot of survival games, you know, like Rust, H1, then also Ark. Ark was probably the biggest offender, I'd say.
Oh, where people just made it pretty much unplayable?
Yeah, you know, if people came onto a server and took over everything, because they were there first, they have a larger investment in land and territory and weapons and everything, so they could control whether or not other people built in the server. I didn't like that, but
I think they pretty much have that solved with the, like, when you kill somebody.
The wanted system.
Yeah.
Yeah, 76 has a lot of stuff that actually really dissuades people from being jerks and trolls in the game. I don't know if you heard about it, but they have a wanted system. So if you engage someone in combat, if you attack them, shoot them, whatever, and they don't fight back, for one, if they don't fight back, you do really low damage. Rick, what's going on? Good to see you, man. We are working on your lion-o. But say if you're getting attacked and you don't want to fight, like you just want to do just PvE, you don't feel like fighting someone or having your stuff stolen. So when you die, for one, you don't leave your stuff. You don't lose any items or anything. And if someone kills you and you never engage them, they become wanted, which makes it so they can't see anyone else on the map. Everyone can see them. They're actually marked with a big red marker, and that's no worries, Titslot. We appreciate you dropping by, though. Hope you got a good evening planned. I hope you're not just, like, heading out to work or something like that that is not fun. But thank you for dropping by, man. Pyra.
Oh, fudge. Who wanted Pyra?
Not you, Portia.
Portia
We know
wanted
you
Pyra.
just want tuna.
Tuna. Crap. Who wanted Pyra?
Pyra's for Brandon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he's going to be here tonight or not. Oh, but anyway, huge digression chain there. Back to 76. So when you're wanted, you show up as a big red marker on the map, and whenever someone looks at you, they're actually incentivized to come after you. So
Yeah, I think you get a bounty or something. What? You see him off?
yeah, you can ignore people too. You can block them, knock them out of the server pretty much, and people can be voted off the servers too. So they've actually thought a lot about people being preyed upon by other players. So it has PvP as an option, but not a focus. Like PvP has to be pretty much consensual PvP. There will be no rape PvP. Little Furball, what's going on? Good to see you.
Hello. How you been?
What happened to your voice there? It just like went out the window, like flew out.
Hello. 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 I don't know.
I don't know if you guys can hear this purring, but
I
horses.
probably can. She's enjoying the pets.
Please don't block me from the server. I just wanted to borrow some sugar. Well, it would be sugar bombs and Fallout, so, but... Hello, Porsche. You should go for where the camera is so everyone can see you, girly. Not over here on me. I'm sure she'll go over there at some point so we can turn the cat cam on.
What does his mouth look like when he's like, Thundercats, ho!
It's probably,
Open.
Yeah, I would say, if you're saying ho, it's probably a bit of an O shape.
Everyone draws his mouth shut.
What's your mouth look like when you go outside and just say ho? Yeah, the nuke system is a little bit interesting. I'm not sure what, like, okay, they don't want people to prey on one another, but then you're gonna add a nuke system which is going to destroy an area of the map for a while and turn it into a wasteland full of monsters. Yeah, there you go.
Let's see if I can make this small enough to throw it in the thing.
So I'm not sure what they're gonna do with that.
That'll be his face. You'll see that?
Yeah, that's his face.
I don't think that's quite open enough.
He's like, Thundercats.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Thundercats, whoa. Whoa. Of course, He-Man would come up while you're looking for references. It was the same studio. Oh, man.
No, we're just not even...
Art from the 80s and the early 90s. That was some of the best stuff ever. His eyes are kind of like straight on the top and then pointy underneath.
Yeah, but I don't know how to draw that. Hi, Port. Hi, baby. I'm trying to do something. No, no. Okay. Well, she's okay. Oh my god, Snarf.
Yeah, Snarfer. Snarfer, Snarf.
He had the most annoying voice ever.
I think that's kind of what they were going for.
Man, this is really the closest thing I can find. Why is there not a single picture from...
Yeah, I was kind of bummed by the delay that they had for that at first, but... there's a lot of stuff coming out in 2018, the rest of 2018, so I'm okay with it. That'll give me time to knock out what I've been working on.
I can't find a single picture of him.
Just draw him straight-faced.
But he's supposed to be saying, Thundercats, ho. Like, what kind of pose is that gonna be with his mouth shut? Nah. Screw it. I guess his mouth will be not that open.
You know the letter O?
Mm-hmm.
That. There you go. See what you do is you draw like the letter O. And you put like this little thing at the edge for his lip. There you go.
He's done.
Actually, it looks more like he has a ball gag in his mouth. You can go ahead and change that.
Maybe I'll just... Oh, you gonna sit down? You doing the cat cam? No? Yeah? Lay down? She just wants a lap. Now I gotta draw on top of you.
Speaking of updates, do any of you play Final Fantasy 14? It just got a huge update today.
He's got this like super defined upper lip, and I don't know how to deal with that.
Super defined upper lip.
Like
Sasha's being defeated by the upper lip. For references, your phone would probably be a better tool.
maybe.
You can do the zooming.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, Porsche, you're so pointy. Oh my god, my legs. Our cat is just jumping from lap to lap tonight. We're not sure.
She can't settle.
Yeah, she's restless. But her claws, whenever she hops anywhere or goes anywhere, she's like, these are yours now.
This looks weird.
Oh, you've already gotten to fight Suzaku? Dang. We've been busy all day, so we haven't really gotten to do much of anything, but...
How are the mechanics? They just crazy?
What I want to know is how is the music for it?
Oh, yeah.
I always look forward to Primals for the music, honestly.
I don't know.
Why don't you do the rest of his face and then come back to his lip? Maybe you'll feel inspired by then.
Okay.
Is this on extreme or just normal mode?
Dude's got a big neck. What
I know
the
the
hell?
story fights have been getting very ridiculous. Like, okay.
I just had to make sure I was...
That
Still.
escalated quickly.
Oh, I love it.
He looks
We'll
like
just
a,
leave
he
it
looks
like
like
that.
an Avatar: The Last Airbender character. Honestly.
Oh my god. I think we're still somewhat on the right track.
He looks so sad.
It does, because this looks like eyebrows.
You know when like Disney draws, like when they draw like
Oh god.
I don't know, like Native American folks or like Asians, that's what he kind of
Even
looks
worse.
like, is one of those Disney ones. Well, now it's gone.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, you keep drawing. You do you. I'm just saying.
Man, I don't know if I've ever drawn someone quite this muscular.
Man, so he's pretty tough, huh? Or she, actually. Suzaku, I believe, is a female in this, which is, I think, accurate to the legend. I'm really hoping that after they get through with all the 4 lords, that we get mounts for them. I would really... Well, I don't know if that disrespects them, but I kind of don't care. I would really love those mounts.
It's kind
Byakuo.
of already like a phoenix mount, but
Byakuo, Suzaku, Genbu, and then,
Angry.
the last one's gonna be Seiryu. He beat the dragon.
put in brows later.
I guess they wanted to make sure the dragon was last because the big thing in the last stretch of the story was Shinryu. So, like, you guys are fresh. You're plumb out on dragons. So, we're gonna do this for a little while before we throw the next dragon at you.
What happens to your collarbone when you get that buff?
So the music is good. Awesome.
Yay!
Well, it always has been. Like, the composer for Final Fantasy XIV is, like, easily one of the best composers ever in video games. That's another orchestrion roll we're gonna have to figure out a way to get.
Yeah. This. Oh, Dragon Age.
So drawing shoulders at that extreme. Yeah.
That pose with that face. Okay.
Lion-O has huge shoulders and arms.
Yeah. Goodness, I gotta actually like draw not little twig arms. What am I gonna do?
If you guys hear any bap bap baps or something like that, it's because she keeps forgetting. And we switched cats.
Oh.
But she keeps forgetting that the microphone's right here, so she throws her tablet over there. She's like idles with it over there. She's been, like,
my idle animation smashes them.
Yeah, her idle animation slaps the microphone with it.
What is it? I'm busy. Portia
She's like, you're not too busy for me. Yeah, we're only just coming back to Final Fantasy XIV after a pretty long hiatus, so we're trying to catch up on eye levels for gear, and thankfully they just, as you know, they just removed creation and put mendacity in creation's place, so we should be able to get up to item level 370 pretty fast.
Elbows. What are elbows? Looks like he's just chucking something over his shoulder.
He's like, oh, bye.
Don't need
No
this.
worries, Audiobot. We'll be sure to look up the soundtrack for it later, because we also have to get caught up on some story. We just finished the Tsukiyomi arc, and what did we do last? Oh, we're up to Byakuo. We're about to fight him. Ragnar, you would love these pickles.
Doesn't he not?
They're playing, this is Nier 1 music.
Oh, that was sounded like Nier, but...
Mm-hmm. It's the same composer.
I don't know about where this is going.
Yeah, I've heard Byakuo's theme ahead of time. It's really good.
Really? Meh.
Is it actually perfect, though? I bet you can actually tell who's eating, though, based on the animations. No, that's not bad.
The chewing animation?
Yeah, my chewing animation.
Pose. Oh, goodness.
We're on one of the really slow servers. Adamantoise.
Adamantoise. I can't take this pose seriously. Okay.
What were you gonna do? It looked like he had his other arm like it was gonna go out like he's flagging air traffic or something.
Maybe he is.
Need you to. Well, they actually had a vehicle that could transform into an airship of sorts.
Well, maybe that's what he's doing.
Actually, the Thundercats had a lot of high technology, really.
The Power Rangers? Man, deltoids are hard to draw.
Oh, you've got an alt on Adamantoids? Well,
Oh, for real?
if you ever see, we don't really do too much in groups, so we're probably nobodies to just about everyone, but
Yeah.
I'm a Krieg Wormkaiser, Kreig, and Sashimi is Sasha Nyavalanche, Nya Valanche.
Yeah. Avalanche. No H.
Nyavalanche.
You'll never guess what race we play as.
Oh, there's no way he'd be able to guess.
No one would know.
Or she.
This pose.
What are you...
I can't.
The arm goes down more. Like it's like he's powering up with his left arm. You're like doing it like he's throwing everything up in a fit of glee.
He is, though. There's gonna be a cat over here.
There's gonna be a cat over here in this general easterly direction.
Yeah, see? We're still on track. Cat. Sword. Oh, crap. See?
Lalafels. One of my alts is a potato.
My alt's a Durgan.
Yeah, my alt would be a Durgan. An Aura. Era. I tried actually playing Lala for a bit, but like in Final Fantasy XI, that camera angle, I just cannot get used to it. You're literally 2 feet off the ground, so everything looks way too big. The good thing is they're so small that all their mounts also come out really small, so they look
It's pretty cute.
You could fit them into a doghouse.
Itty bitty behemoth. Man, this pose.
I think it's funny whenever I take a bite of a pickle, I just realize that my cat just does this. He just holds his mouth open.
Where do thumbs go?
Thumbs?
Yeah. Here?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're Mithras. Yeah, Mikotes. The Mikotes.
I'm a coder.
I can't do the elves because of the neck.
And they're way better than they were in 11. Oh my god.
And remember, that hand is the one with the gauntlet, so it's extra huge.
Yeah, I think it's adequately mitt-like.
Do you think you'd be able to like actually bring his hand like forward, as if you were holding it like that toward you? Like if the camera were here
that might
looking
look a
at
little
him,
less silly,
and it was
yeah.
here, maybe like that.
I thought this pose would look a little cooler. Portia, stop it. No, stop. Don't eat that. I need that. I need that.
He is a strong boy for a ball, but I think she's actually kind of. I think she's kind of draw. She must be drawing him when he's Lion-O the Calm, because Lion-O's more muscular than that.
I can give him more tries and more bicep and more deltoid. Is deltoid up to his ear? There we go. Strong enough?
Lion-O
Stop
could have,
chewing.
yeah, that works, yeah. Yeah, that works.
Really?
I would have drawn it with his bicep touching his cheek, but you know.
But
It's too big. He's not Venom.
dude's big, but I don't know if his bicep could touch his cheek. You see those deltoids? How would it? I don't think it could go that far.
Sure, it could. Because art and imagination and creativity.
I'm gonna like draw an armpit.
Lion-O had no hair. No superheroes have hair in their armpit.
But he's still got an armpit.
No, what you do to fix that is because it's kind of like off on the other side, which is sort of out of focus of the view angle.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I could have swore you just drew like some crazy thing right above his head there.
He's going Super Saiyan.
Indeed.
I'll fix it later. Anyway, what?
Okay. But since it's like off to the rear of where the view range would be, you could put his pecs. Just make his, like there, see? You make his pecs so big that it just covers the armpit.
Just obscures it.
Yeah, you just make the pec bigger, and then you've got a chest to look at, not so much armpit.
Does he have one of those crazy splits? Like that kind of deal?
Oh, if you're able to get a house on in Shiogane, then your alt's doing pretty well.
Oh, dang, on your alt? What?
But yeah, you might want to hop on, because they just emptied out a few of the neighborhoods. Like, a lot of plots just became open.
Yeah, there's a small in mine. Like across the street.
Well, I think they send you a
want
couple emails before they get rid of it.
Yeah, they do. But it's already open. If you want to be my neighbor.
I wasn't digging the taste of these pickles so much at first, but it's growing on me.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
These arms are ridiculous.
Yeah, most of the male machismo characters of the 80s and 90s were extremely ridiculous.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Can you guys imagine if she stuck on with this hair that she's got going for him? Like, it looks like he's bald in the front, like old Lion-O. Like he's balding, and that's just the back of his hair.
And draw this sheen here. Okay.
Yeah, pickles.
Sheen.
Pickles are Ragna's favorite. Like, he is a pickle connoisseur. I've heard he traverses the country for pickles.
Now I'm gonna draw. This hand's gonna be all obscure.
I think we're in Ward 11. Ward 11 subdivision.
Is this his right? Left? So, thumb.
Oh, you're gonna put it in front of him?
That's not what you were saying to do?
No, I was saying like see how that arm is out here? Like, look. Like it would be, like if you're the camera.
Oh, he's a red mage.
Well, kinda, yeah.
Foreshortening, no.
Like
Okay.
his hand would be closer to the camera. But it's up to you. If you're comfortable with drawing this, then draw this.
He's kind of cuddling the cat this way, but then it's all in front of his abs, so I don't get to draw any abs. Not that I really want to. Abs are hard.
I was gonna say, do you want to draw abs?
No, abs are hard.
It'll also be obscuring his belt, though.
Forearm. Okay, so thumb's facing out. Portia, what are you doing?
I don't know. She's back there cutting at something.
She's not stuck back there, is she?
Nah, she's too small to be stuck.
It can happen. Is that enough fingers? What kind of question is that? It's not enough fingers.
I think it's kind of funny that the last time we went on hiatus, we stopped at Biako, so the kitty stopped us. But now that we're actually back while they have a new currency up, that'll be cool. We've actually always been on break when new currencies come around. So when we come back, we're always way behind. But now we can actually, you know, maybe put an effort into it.
I need a smaller eraser.
Hey Ragnar, you okay over there, bro? You're pretty quiet, and you were talking about your neck hurting, so hope you didn't have to go to like the emergency room for Charlie horse.
He doesn't have like diamond type thingies here.
Yeah, there's gems on the knuckles, if I remember correctly.
Those are gems, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we meet again, Portia. Who wants it? I'm gonna have to rest this on top of you. Is this okay? Don't eat my pen.
So what do you guys like to snack on when you're gaming? With me, it's usually, lately it's been pickles.
No, don't bite that. I usually have Cliff Bars and tea. Stop chewing on everything. Portia.
Cliff Bars and tea?
Cliff Bars and tea. Protein.
Like biscuits and tea?
Protein, yeah. Protein biscuits and tea. Portia, stop.
Salty and sweet.
Hmm.
So, do you go for like a trail mix or something like that? Because I know with
Oh, yeah.
trail mix you can do like, have like salty bits and then berries or like the dried banana, that kind of stuff. Celery is a good one, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Celery is really cheap, and I don't know, when I chew
crunch.
it, yeah, the crunch when you chew it is really satisfying.
Portia, quit it.
Like, even if there's not anything on it, a lot of people seem to need to have, like, you know, it's like, I don't know, dressing or something to dip it in, but I could even just have it plain Jane because that crunch just feels good to chew it up.
That crunch.
Natsu, what's going on? Good to see ya. How are you doing on this fine evening?
Oh, hello. Sorry, I was focused.
Man, cereal is another good one. Ooh, yeah. Cereal's real good. I can understand not eating while you game, though. Keep that focus.
Keep your controller clean, too.
That's why you keep those, like, alcoholic wipes nearby. That way, if you ever need to get rid of the gunk You just use one of them on it.
Yeah, that's usually what I do.
If I eat anything that's a little bit messy, though, I always put it down and do something else and then wash my hands before. I can't stand to get crap on my controllers. Well, it sounds like for the most part we've got a lot of healthy folks in here.
Yeah.
A lot of vegetables.
Well, the cat's gonna obscure this perfect bicep. Dang.
Well, dang.
Dang.
And that perfect shoulder.
Oh well. His face doesn't look big enough for his ridiculous ass shoulders.
Yeah, sushi is a good fancy snack.
Yeah.
Sash gets if there's ever a choice of like, hey, what you want to eat? Sushi.
And Japanese food, really. At all.
So are you hot sushi? So I was kind of thinking maybe a family restaurant. Sushi.
What even happens to... Who's got big deltoids that I can look at?
Deltoids?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've only got flaboids.
Mine are pretty regular. They don't touch my ear when I raise my arm like someone.
The way you've got him drawn right now, with the whole flatness going straight down the front because it's flat, not a V-taper, it really makes me think that he's got like this, like, just...
Yeah,
it makes me picture him like in
here.
a wife beater and just like...
That's exactly what he's gonna be wearing.
Very average. His armor's not a wife beater, it's armor!
Okay, fine.
It's a breastplate. Kinda. It protects his breasts. Oh, you make your own sushi? Dang.
Whoa.
We've made sushi a couple times.
It's so much work.
Oh, are you talking about the MMORPGers that they're announcing for next year? I think they're trying a little bit too hard to turn the MMORPGers into like...
MMORPGer?
The MMORPGers. I'm stealing that directly from, what's his face? My favorite reviewer, and I can't remember his friggin' channel name at the moment.
Donkey?
Well, second favorite reviewer outside of Donkey.
What's the British guy? Zero punctuation?
Yeah, zero punctuation. MMORPGers.
MMORPGer?
By the way, you guys, if you haven't seen Zero Punctuation, I'd highly recommend it. Really funny channel. Very well spoken, well written dude, and he's pretty cynical and pessimistic about everything gaming, and he tears into games. And he reviews like everything too. Donkey'd be number one. As far as reviewing games, anyway.
Video game donkey.
Also helps that he's really funny.
Did he?
Yeah, he is escapist as well. That's, man, escapist goes way back. Like, his channel's been around for a really long time. But yeah, Zero Punctuation or well, Zero Punctuation is like the name of the series. Escapist. He's also known as what is it? It's a board game.
Parcheesi.
Not that, but actually from that time.
Yahtzee.
Yeah, Yahtzee. Yeah,
oh,
that's
really?
it. Yeah. Yahtzee. That's what he's known as. That's his handle, like what most people call him is Yahtzee. Man, I feel bad I haven't watched his videos in a while. That's what he writes his books as, too. I think that's his handle for all of his books. How about you guys? Do you guys know any good reviewers? YouTube or otherwise. It doesn't have to be YouTube. Or just people you like to watch for gaming. We're always looking for good channels. You know, to balance out our bad one. Yeah, GameRanks is good stuff. They do a lot of lists and such. I used to watch Force when I was into Overwatch. Watched Force, but I've heard that he's since quit playing Overwatch and he's moved on to other things. Let's see. It looks like he's trying to keep his wild hair under control. It looks like he's running his fingers through it.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, this pose just in general is cracking me up. I don't generally draw people with their hands over their head.
Oh, just so you guys know, Sasha's not well versed, or not hardly at all versed in muscular males, and yeah, these things, all these muscles and stuff.
Yeah,
the
really.
muscles.
I was pretty into weightlifting though, so I'm pretty familiar with anatomy.
Oh, I think I've seen a video of his Audiobot. One or two. I like JRPG, JAY RPG. He's quite a small channel, but he's been growing quite a bit lately. He does good stuff too. There's a lot of I don't know if any of you guys are into Warframe, but there are two of my favorite ones. Yeah, Gamerlogic's good too. They're actually, if you're into Warframe and you're into funny stuff, you've probably already seen these channels. But Quite Shallow, of course, and one of the newer ones for Warframe is Better Name Pending. That's his name, Better Name Pending. Better Name Pending, Better Logo Pending. If you look him up, freaking hilarious stuff, and he's got this ongoing joke involving his Kavat. That's just hilarious. Because his Kavat is like, I don't know if it's got like super buggy programming, even for Warframe, but his cat does some insane stuff.
Birdie, 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 birdie.
DK is good. For some reason, I really like DK Diamantes' voice. Like, I don't know why, but he's interesting to listen to. Like, he's got good flow. I don't know, his voice just sounds good. It reminds me of, I don't know if all of you are into anime, but there was Kenichi the Disciple. Yeah, that's what DK reminds me of, is Kenichi from that. Or was it Nijima? Nijima, I think?
Nijima?
Yeah, Iflin's good. He's very informative. He's really straight to the point, gets to stuff quick, and his fashion frame is really hard to beat. Oh, you got to go to TennoCon 17 and 18, dang. I've been wanting to go to TennoCon, but I can never bring myself to set my vacation weeks for it. But Sashimi's not into Warframe, unfortunately, so I can't bring her along.
I mean, I would go.
Doesn't he pronounce it like game? The game? The game? I think it's like G-E-A-M is like how it sounds. Like he throws the E back with the A.
The game?
Just love the game. There's something else that he pronounces really, yeah, like the game. The game. What else does he say? Because he's Irish, so...
Oh.
But I think honestly, I wish I could bring out the Irish in me, because I think they have some of the best voices for YouTube. I can't remember what else he said it was. He just said it the other day, and I was watching one of his videos, and I can't remember it.
Dude's got like a V... What do you call that? Widow's Peak, right?
Yes.
Like a hell of a one, right?
Yeah, from 80s to the 90s, there were tons of Widow's Peaks. That was like the thing, the big thing. So Widow's Peak, and then his head is 80% hair.
Oh, is that a serious Widow's Peak? Okay.
Oh, Literature Club? No, I haven't tried it. I've seen a lot of videos on it, though. I want to try it, though, simply because it looks so jacked up. It looks really messed up. And I like dark stuff like that. Dark, twisted stuff. It's not so much round as like, yeah, it goes back into like a, it's like triangular. Like, draw a V. The letter V.
Something like that.
And then the rest of the entire rest of the right upper corner is going to be devoted to his hair. All of it.
All this over here?
I would say you go a little bigger than that.
Like...
Yeah, there you go.
Are you serious?
No.
Okay.
You're looking right at him.
I mean, sometimes you get too close to the picture and you can't see anymore.
Lion-O's hair was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1994.
Are you being serious?
Maybe.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
Well, AudioBot, you're living up to your name if you recognize that one. I think most Dark Souls folks would remember this one because it's kind of your... It's kind of your get away from hell music. If you're letting the game idle, which I know I did a lot, I get through with an area and I just go back to town and just kind of like, yeah, I'm step away from it for a little bit.
Need a sec.
You know, my sanity. But I did like listening to the music in it.
That would be a little crazy.
Seems great minds think alike. You're both asking the exact same question at once. Yeah, we're probably gonna be getting Yeah, Sekiro died twice.
Which one is that?
That's the one that looks... The newest gameplay makes it look almost just like Tenchu. Like, it really looks like Tenchu. Gorgeous looking game. Here's where he was running across the tiled roofs. And then he goes down into the courtyard and fights the gatekeeper and moves on. And
was there a horse?
I don't believe so. No, I don't know if you watched the gameplay on it.
Yeah, this doesn't sound familiar.
It's FromSoft's next one though.
Oh really?
They're saying that it's supposed to be way harder than Dark Souls.
Oh.
But they showed it at E3. Remember?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have seen that.
Not the super artsy looking one.
It's gorgeous. Holy crap.
I'm so horrible with the name. Oh, I can't wait for Onimusha HD. Onimusha was my jam back when it came out.
Oh, wow. What was that?
Onimusha 1, 2, 3. I even liked 4, even though I think they kind of threw themselves a little bit. They spread themselves a little thin in 4 because they had so many characters. They focused on the gameplay aspects of it, but I think they kind of forgot about the story a bit. But yeah, loved Onimusha. Can't wait. I'd really be interested in seeing them get up to at least Onimusha 3 again. Maybe they can have Jean Reno come back and get back to the role. It'd be good if Tenchu came back, because I think a lot of people actually would like to see a remake of it. Unlike Onimusha, Tenchu goes back so far that it would have to be... Well, they could get away with a remaster, I guess, but it would have to be something like... I don't see that one going mainstream. Probably be more like a digital collection that they'd have. But a remake would be really cool. As long as they did it right. Yeah, Devil May Cry 5 is gonna... It's shaping up to look really great. I'm glad that they mixed up Nero's gameplay. Like, when I saw that he was the main character again, I was like, ah, crap. Now I'm gonna have to play through the game as Nero, making the bosses angry, basically, and then come back and actually kill them all as Dante again. But it looks like they're doing a good job of mixing up his gameplay with all the different Devil Breakers. And they announced that Dante is playable, so that makes me happy. Took away all my doubts. His motorcycle that turns into great swords is extra cool. Makes me think that I would like to see the new Dante battle Snow from Final Fantasy 13, and they can have a motorcycle fight. Shiva versus his motorcycle. Because I'm sure Dante's motorcycle is based on some demon like all of his other weapons are. Yeah, I'm thinking Virgil is the one... I mean, he's V for sure, but he's the one that took Nero's arm. So, since Nero is his son, I'm thinking it's kind of like... I don't know. knowing Virgil, I would say that Virgil at some point thought that Nero was getting too cocky or didn't deserve his devil arm just yet, so he took it. It's like, I'm sorry, kid, I'm gonna have to take this from you till you've learned about what you've done. And he just nabs his whole friggin' arm. I'm glad that they're getting back to the original Devil May Cry story. The reboot was not bad. Don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those guys that hates on the reboot. I actually quite enjoyed it. The gameplay was good, and the story was, I thought, pretty good. I love the bosses in that game. But I am glad they're going back to the original storyline. What's on your mind?
Didn't he have some kind of design like around his eye?
His eyes have the slashes that go from over the eye to the under the eye.
And doesn't he have this kind of thing going on? Oh, you can't see it. Let me make it a little darker.
Oh, you mean about the new one? Or the reboot? When he was like young Dante? Oh, yeah, you're talking about his mouth. So, on the design for Lion-O for that, he's always had, like, a brighter colored face, yeah, around his, from his nose down to his mouth. Mm-hmm. It almost is like the reverse Homer. Like Homer Simpson. If you look at him, he's, like, got the yellow skin, but then around his mouth, he's got, like, the stubble, like the beard stubble that is always the same length no matter what. But with Lion-O, it's like reversed. It's like he's under his eyes, and his mouth is like the only place that I think doesn't have hair. And then it's like really thin hair, like cat hair, up until his hair, his head, and then it goes crazy. But I believe it's supposed to resemble, like, you know, lions, how they have their mouths are a different color than the rest of their face and mane. Mm-hmm. I think it's supposed to be like that. Lion-O also has a really thick nose.
Yeah, he does. That's not anime.
Well, Thundercats and Lion-O, they actually run a very they sit on a bit of a gray line for anime. Back in the 80s and 90s, there were a lot of studios that were made. They were actually heavily influenced by anime, and they had a lot of Japanese and Korean artists and animators, but they were based here in the West. Thundercats, He-Man, Inhumanoids. I don't know if do any of you guys remember the series Inhumanoids? That might only be me. What were some others that you guys remember? The ones that were like really good animation from that. Voltron was another. Voltron, I'm pretty certain, was actually completely Japanese. Oh no, that might have been a Western studio that interpreted it, adapted it. Interpreted. My words are just brimming with intelligence tonight.
Interpreted. I love that.
Interpretato.
Interpreted.
Have some interpretato salad. Brave Star. Yeah, Rick knows. Yeah, Brave Star was another. There were a lot of Western studios that, like, they really got animation. Like, they did a really good job. Like, with Thundercats, if you actually watch, like, the intro to Thundercats, it is really, really well animated. Dino Riders was another too. Xenomorphs, was that it? No. What was the series called where the dudes had all the suits that were modular? Like, they could fit different weapons and stuff on their suits. They could actually turn them into, like, vehicles and such. There was, like, a huge toy line. Like, the dudes had the holes in their suits, and there's, like, a ton of accessories you could buy. You could get guns and wheels and all sorts of stuff and turn them into all sorts of things. Yeah, Mask was another one. Do you guys remember the old X-Men intro? You guys know the one that was on Fox Saturday morning cartoons. That intro was really good. The one with Wolverine and Rogue, Jubilee, and all of them. Starts off with the big explosion in the beginning. That one was really good. For like, the intro was really good. The animation in this series itself was a little bit American. It was Western. But the man, that intro was great.
Oh, he's got like this big chin.
Yes, he does have a big chin. And it's a split chin, too. Because back then, it wasn't called a butt chin. It was just a manly chin. The original Transformers, actually, was another one of those that had a really good animation set up for it. For the West.
It's probably behind his head.
Look at those sideburns.
Mm.
Fantastic. I still think to this day they haven't discovered Lion-O's ears. I don't think anyone knows what they look like. No, I don't think they exist.
Probably not.
He just picks up sound via his hair. They're just receptors in his hair that take all the vibrations around and like funnel it into him. He's like Daredevil, but better.
How's this looking with her background? Lovely.
Is it?
No.
Oh.
Okay, I guess it's color time. It should be here.
Yeah, Thundercats, I think almost all those series back then were actually developed and directed by the same dude, Ted Wolfe. Does that sound right to you guys? Because he did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he did a bunch of stuff. Ted is like, he was huge. I wonder what Ted's doing these days. You know, Thundercats was probably the highest rated animated series of its time when it came out.
I could see that.
Well, that's why it's still famous today.
Yeah.
It's certainly not because of all these new adaptations they've been doing.
Your computer's complaining again.
It always complains. Yeah, they're making the one that's a lot of people are really mad about it because of the animation style. It almost looks like Adventure Time, really.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you know what? Maybe a mix of Adventure Time and Scribblenauts, I would say, is what it looks like. A lot of people are pretty upset over it, but as far as me, it's not like it's not like them making it is going to make the original series cease to exist. So even if I don't like it, I've still got the original series. And it is obviously being aimed toward younger audiences, towards, you know, kids of today. So I mean, they've got to do what they got to do to target their audience. And his eyes match his hair. The only thing is when you're working with Lion-O, you're working with a whole lot of orange and different shades of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows this theme.
This is what my alarm clock sounds like.
What's the last thing you played, Audiobot? Oh, probably 14. After I've been playing an MMO for a while or something like that, I like to swing things around with something action oriented. Like to balance my RPGs with action games. Hey, at least it's the biggest, meanest bird you can think of. Well, as long as you're only thinking within Eastern legend.
Dude is tan. Whoa, he's tan. Like the first person to draw with a tan.
Well, like I said, it's not that he's tan. That's like the color of his, like, fur. He kind of has, like, they're supposed to be pretty. They're supposed to be colored like cats. Like he's like a lion. Maybe he's a lion.
Maybe he's a lion.
Just remember, right under his eyes, like the V's are colored, or they're the lighter color that's around his mouth.
Maybe, yep, they sure are. How exciting. It's not a pale anime, dude.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a... Oh my god, we're all on fire!
It's a lion. Maybe.
What about his eyebrows? You notice he has really thick, bushy eyebrows, and they're red.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rick, I think you chose a pretty challenging one for her. It's probably the most challenge she's had since Totumi and Jubei.
Yeah, Terami's pretty well within, like, what I'm used to drawing, though. It's pretty anime.
Well, Lion-O helped revolutionize anime here in the States.
Yeah.
It's series like the Thundercats that made people start looking toward the East for animation, because they're like, why does this look so much better than everything else? And then they're like, well, it was heavily inspired by, you know, anime. Or back then, they had more derogatory terms for it back then. It was called Japanimation or Japanime. Like, really? But yeah, anime. I remember back when they had when you get an anime on DVD or VHS or whatever, they would actually have like a little, real quick. It was like a tutorial, like video before everything. It came on before. It's like, what is anime? Anime is, and it would show like a bunch of dudes getting cut up or like some naked women and stuff. Is like, well, this doesn't help the image so much. Yeah, I played Dragon Quest Builders when it came out audio. Rick says, art is always challenging but fun at the same time. You'll do fine. You sound like you speak from experience there, Rick. Do you happen to dabble in the arts yourself? Oh, okay. What kind of art do you mess around with? And audio, I actually really enjoyed it, but I mean, I was a real sucker for Minecraft when it came out. I know, mainstream and all that, but Minecraft was a good concept. It was an excellent concept. And it really shaped the way gaming kind of is moving right now, really. Survival genre and all. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was very charming. I think they did a good job of keeping the Dragon Quest feel, like the way the world turned. The narrative I thought could be a little bit better, but the building was great, and it was a challenging game. But I'm kind of a sucker for anything where you can build your own worlds or really manipulate the world around you. Shape it to be whatever you like. I really dig that kind of thing.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, Rick said he's into illustration, comic book style. That's awesome, Rick. So we've got a fellow artist here with us. Do you happen to have like any social media, Rick? Like, do you
post any online?
Yeah, do you do it like more as just a hobby, or do you actually I mean, if you have any stuff on social media, we'd be interested to check your stuff out.
I want to see it. What color's his arm?
Oh, he's got some on Facebook.
Oh.
Well, hey, we'd love to check it out sometime. If you're not comfortable with posting in the channel, though, feel free to send us a DM on Twitter, or actually, if you look up Kitty Bit Games, we have a Facebook too. We don't really do too much with it, but you can send us something on there as well. Or even that email up there on the left. We made that thing, and we don't really do much with it. No one sent anything to it. Someone sent one to it, and they said I'd like to request a test, and I replied to the email, and then I never got anything back from it.
Maybe they were just helping us make sure it works.
Maybe.
Or it's a bot.
Okay, I'll go through the likes and find you. I'll check your stuff out. We're always looking for new art to check out and different things like that. We've actually been meaning to we have a DeviantArt, and we've been meaning to throw the pieces we've been doing on here on there, as well as a few other things, but
I had some issues posting the stuff. I forget what the error was, but I think it was saying something along the lines of, like, we're not authorized to upload in whatever category I was trying to upload, but I tried every category I could think of and none of it worked. So if anyone is active on DeviantArt and knows a solution to that, that would be awesome.
I can't help but think that that's just a simple settings issue.
I don't know.
Like you went to settings and accidentally clicked, I don't want anyone to see anything that I do. Because I think you can actually do that. I think a lot of people use DeviantArt as a means of collecting their art digitally.
I never beat Fantasy Life, so... Or not Fantasy Life, what the hell am I?
World of Final Fantasy?
World of Final Fantasy, yeah, that one. So maybe I'll take this opportunity to actually go through it and beat it.
The thing that made me really want to play World of Final Fantasy is when I saw that Xenogears was in it.
Wait, is it really?
Yes. Yep, they added Xenogears as an extra large Mirage.
Eh.
He's huge. He actually carries both of them, like on his... I think they ride on his shoulder. But he is massive. He's way bigger than the others. And his gauntlet, I believe, is a different color than his skin.
Here it looks the same, but...
It's like a blonde...
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it looks like it's the same color as his face. Like,
yeah.
These. I need to find a color for that.
Well, the paw.
Yeah, it does look better.
Yeah, there we go. That looks good. And then his eyes are going to be the same color as his hair. Oh man, adding that in really finished it up. I was looking at it, I was like, there's something wrong with it. But
there's many things wrong with it.
It's the coloring. It's always the coloring.
I still think there's many things. Oh, oops, that's not a strap, that's a skin. I might have to redo this section of hair.
Which section do you gotta redo? Oh, his eyes around there.
Oops.
Yeah, we're working on getting our item level up to 350 to even challenge Rathalos at Extreme.
I want that mount.
Oh, it just seems like such a grind.
Doesn't matter.
I love Monster Hunter as much as the next guy, but oh man, did you see how many scales you need? The armor does look really cool though. Yeah, I feel you there, Rick. I used to do a lot of drawing for tattoo parlors. I don't really do so much character work. I used to do a lot of kind of comic booky sort of stuff when I was younger, but I didn't. I don't know. I didn't think I was any good at it really. What I found was more my niche was like tribal stuff, Aztec, more patterns, things you'd see on tattoos, Celtic, things like that. Those different patterns and such. Things you'd likely see on the bicep of a quarterback or something, wrestler, that sort of stuff. Nothing all that interesting or outstanding. But I used to draw inspiration from boredom, and it seems like the older I got, the less bored I was, so the less inspiration I had, so... Bit by bit, I stopped drawing and haven't done it in quite a while.
It had been a long time since I'd last drawn when we started doing this, but just sort of made a schedule, and sometimes I draw okay, and sometimes it's just not a good night to draw. But keeping on a schedule and drawing at least once a week, I feel like I'll eventually get better.
Yeah, you seem to do pretty well on a schedule.
Well, just to keep doing it, I guess.
What I don't get is people that are just so prolific at it, like folks who actually do draw, like complete comic book works, like you actually draw a comic or a serialization, like a serialization with a deadline, like a comic serial.
Oh, yeah.
That seems so stressful, like incredibly stressful. Like
yeah, I'd churn out a lot of garbage. Well, I'd probably churn out a lot of nothing because I can't keep up with that, but once a week I can handle.
It's like the lining of it has like a darker blue, and then the inside is a lighter blue. Yeah.
I should probably look at an actual... Oh, this.
That's official art in the back there.
Oh, fudge.
Yeah, it's like separate lines, and...
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
I see. So,
Hunter rank 200? Dang, Rick, you're really doing the investment then.
Man. I'm almost back up to 15, I think. I'm coming up on Nergi again.
Yeah, time to do Nergigante.
Man, I lost so much stuff.
I've been helping her on a few of the hunts, but usually it's... we made a hunting horn on my character, so if she really just needs to blast anything, if she doesn't feel like fighting it, she could just hop on my guy and knock it out if I'm not there to kill it with her.
I've been soloing a lot of it, and most of it's not been an issue. I forget which one was the problem.
Legiana?
Yeah, Legiana, oddly enough.
Legiana's ice attacks are a little bit overwhelming when you first run into him.
I think because I was rocking the bone armor, which is like fire happy. So, did not like the ice. He was one-shotting me with that.
Oh, dang, Audiobot. Makes me wonder why you ever watched any of our videos, because you sound like much more of a veteran than us.
You probably know better.
Yeah, when we first started doing the Monster Hunter stuff, we had the idea for the channel that it'd be cool to just do it as a hobby and just see what would happen. And I'm actually amazed we got any views or viewership at all, because I didn't realize coming into the Monster Hunter arena that it was probably one of the more difficult games to make videos for as far as competition, because there's some real big channels that were focusing on Monster Hunter, like RX was competition. There's Rurikon. There's also, let me see who else. There's some big ones. I'm totally. Oh, Tagback TV. There's a few. There's quite a few big channels, and it's just like I'm really surprised we ever got any kind of views at all, considering what we were up against. Oh, you logged into your alt, so Ward 13. You're only a couple of wards over.
What ward am I in? Do you remember?
I have no idea.
I've got a medium in somewhere. And then there's the FC house. I can't remember.
Our free company house is Ward 11. That's the one I was talking on.
Oh, if you hit circle anything and bring up your teleports, my house should be on there too. On yours?
Oh, right. I'm actually logged in at the moment. I just wasn't doing anything on it.
Yeah, it's just doing the idle cam. Just bring up your teleports.
Yeah, let's see here. Hers in Shirogane is plot 43.
Oh, I'm in the third ward.
Yeah,
Dang.
the third ward.
Thought there was a 3 involved, but not 13.
So, yeah. Ours is Ward 11. I don't even remember I can't remember this stuff. I can't be bothered to remember it.
Yeah, I just hit the teleport and it just goes.
Oh, hey, look, they gave us some Doom music.
Oh.
I love Doom's soundtrack. Looks like plot 37, 11th Ward, Shirogane. And we're in the subdivision. We actually have a free company audio, but we don't really do anything. It's really tiny. We have like 15 members. Yeah, Rick, that would actually be really cool. We've done in the past, when Monster Hunter first came out, we actually did a couple hunts with viewers. It was just hard to set it up because like setting up the stream and actually coordinating it all it's a bit more difficult than we expected it to be. But we've got a squad in Monster Hunter. Bless you, honey.
Excuse me. Thank you.
But we've got a squad, again, really small, like our FC. I think it's like we have like 13 people in it.
Yeah, I think it's the same people too.
Yeah, it's mostly a bunch of real life friends of ours that they support us on the channel and everything, and we play games with them all the time, so. Yeah, that's us, the 14th. So the cat is gonna go into this paw right here? The big
right
paw?
here. Yeah. What color do you think would look good with Lionel?
What color cat?
Yeah.
Rick, what color cat would you put with Lionel? Well, you can make the cat look like Snarfer.
That guy. I could if that's what would make people happy.
Those eyes, though. And you gotta change those eyebrows.
Yeah, I do.
They look like fire.
I think I'm gonna have to color them in on the wrong layer because I filled them in too much.
Oh, okay. Whatever that means.
Hey, Port. Gonna actually give us a cat cam? Or are you hunting? That's all done. Didn't that look comfy? She just wants a lap. I'm just gonna have to put this tablet back on top of you, and then you're gonna leave again. Oh.
You're gonna like bash the mic over.
Probably. At some point. Oops. Wrong color.
Yeah, we've got a house in there. I remember when we went to get this house in Shirogane.
That was like a mad scramble.
Yeah, the very first night the housing went live. It was difficult. We actually mapped out a plan and we went and we were waiting for when the servers went live. I think it was like 3:30 a.m., 4 a.m. Oh yeah, the grown-ass mansion. That's actually a you can do anything you want to do. You're a grown-ass man. That is like a really old saying that we've always had between a couple of friends and ours. Friends and us. Ooh, the Metal Gear musics.
Metal Gear.
Oh, have you tried out the new mannequins that they just released today? Audio? I'm not really digging the way that they did them. I understand why they did the way they did, but I think they could have done a little bit better. They could have made two types of mannequins. I think they should have made a type that you could pose however you like. And then could have been just for like holding gear and just like as a decoration in the house. Like right in front of me.
Oh, my bad.
And then like one that was actually connected to your retainers. But unfortunately, like when you do them, it's weird. When you set them up, you have to link them to a retainer because you can sell gear off of them. But it seems to really, really limit like what you can do with it. Like there's only like 5 poses, and they're pretty boring ones. And so far, you can only mess with Mikotes. Like they can only be male or female Mikotes.
Is that for everyone, or does it just have to be your race, your waist?
It might be by your race. I'm not sure since I'm a Makote, but I don't know. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to choose the race and everything. Like, you can choose your NPCs, your shops in the house. You can choose those and even design them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not design. Never mind. You, but it should be like your retainers, I would think. Yeah. No worries, audio. I'm not currently at the keyboard, but you'll probably see my my dude there in his crappy gear.
I want to see him running around. Hit a button.
You'll see him. The camera's going. It's in camera mode.
Oh, sorry. I can't see its detail. I can't see. I gotta get really close to it. See my son?
She's, because the cat is sitting in her lap, she's sitting like right in front. She's like, the cat's in her lap and she's practically having to lean over into my lap. So the cats are going to be doing some funny things for a little while. Oh, you'll have to pardon the upper floor of the FC house, though. We we haven't gotten around to decorating that part.
We're working on it. It's a lot of house to decorate.
Man, this soundtrack really loves Dragon Age.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised you don't see a lot of Dragon Age.
Yeah, upstairs it's really roomy. Downstairs we're still working on it too. Trying to go for a more functional kind of setup. Something that the free company members can actually make use of, like the crafting stations and all that. You're making my cat make some funny faces.
I'm sorry, it's all Portia's fault.
Well, you actually can't name them. Well, you can name your retainers. They take on the name of your retainers. So you like link a retainer to each of them. Like if you looked, I've got the one that's got the gear on it. I was just testing it and threw some gear onto it. So all of that gear, if I choose, I can put it up for sale. Some of that I think is market prohibited, but anything you actually can sell, like say if you make a new set of gear, you can put it on the mannequin and make it so anyone that comes into the house and looks at that mannequin, they can buy either piece by piece or they can buy the full set of gear from the mannequin directly.
So you can like turn your house into a shop if you
exactly.
are into that. Mine's like a cafe.
Well, that's also why they added the tags for the housing today.
Mm-hmm.
They made it so you can label your house as what you want. You can label it as a shop or a cafe, a library, an aquarium, some other stuff too.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I want to label mine. Immersive
experience was one of them. Like, I guess if you want to do like if someone designed like a haunted house or something.
Yeah. Well, and people do, whatever. And people do, like events and stuff, costume parties and things.
I think that's the most manly nose I've ever seen you draw.
I'm sure it is. I've never drawn a manlier nose.
I thought you were going to say I've never drawn a nose, but
it's the first nose I've ever drawn.
I've never drawn a nose that was more than just a tilted over L, like capital L, just tilted a little bit.
I've put some detail into some noses once upon a time, but Not recently. Oh, no wonder. I was gonna say, I recognize this music. Need some shinies.
That could seem very creepy audio, but no worries.
I wanna see him.
For some reason, Sash wants to see people moving around our house.
Oh, kakoi.
Oh, you went with the Odin setup. That's a good set of armor.
Sakura.
Dang, this is an alt audio? Your gear's way better than mine.
Jeez.
This is my main. We take a lot of breaks, though.
Yeah, we only just recently came back.
So what can I do from sitting position? Just standard wave, that'll work. Ooh, the lighting really did a lot on his hair. Brought his hair to life.
I love drawing hair.
She really does love drawing hair.
Hair is my favorite.
Oh, I should let you know, audio, that a lot of the time, probably 80% of the time, if I am on, I'm AFK. I tend to leave Krieg just kind of sitting around, and I'll check the, a lot of the times I play 14 kind of like a mobile game. I'll wait till my
Like
retainers...
it's a market simulator?
Yeah, like a market simulator. Because one of my big things with the game is I like to see how much money I can make. As far as guild, that's like one of my things is... I make a ton of money. That's what I find fun, is messing with the market. And a lot of the times I'll come and check like my retainers when they come back. I'll check them, send them out. Sometimes I'll hit like mining nodes, botany nodes, that sort of thing.
And sometimes I'll log them in to use them to put them by a market board or something. Oh, I've got the wrong cat.
An informative paperweight, basically.
Yeah. Or, what else do I use them for? Yeah, oh yeah, the music will put you to sleep.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, I need an orchestrion in the house.
Yeah. I put a lot of money into buying music.
Yeah, she's got a lot of the better rolls.
I need to get some of the... I really want Alexander's everything. I want to farm his stuff.
Yeah, her favorite's Alex.
Yeah, it's my favorite primal forever.
Alex.
He's so cool, giant robot.
Castle Xander.
Yeah.
You have a spare Alexander roll?
I thought those were market prohibited.
No, I think all the orchestrion rolls, most of them are on the market. I think Alex is just a lot.
I think you have to do his stuff to get them. I don't know, I feel like I would have bought it. More Dragon Age.
Yeah, they're really big on the Dragon Age. Are you like trying to make the hair look real?
I'm just trying to make it stand out from his skin a little better.
Ah.
Give it a little more distinct border.
I hope Ragnar's okay. He's still been quiet.
Yeah, maybe he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Isn't it later there?
Yeah, he said his well, he said his neck was hurting, so.
His neck was hurting because it was an assassin.
Oh, an Orchestrion. Yeah, we don't have an Orchestrion. I can craft them, but I wouldn't want to keep you. I mean, if you have an extra, you can sell it, so I wouldn't want to keep you from making some gil. Or that, or I can buy it off you, actually. I mean, if I gotta get another one, I could craft it, but I'm kind of lazy when it comes to that, so.
Yeah, just buy it off him. We will pay you. Oops.
Did you notice the slits at the bottom of his eye also goes to the top a little bit, like kind of like with the eyebrows?
Where? What?
See, it's like right there. It almost lines up, like the slit goes over his eye from bottom to top.
Does it? I don't see anything on top of the eyebrow or the eyelid.
Not the eyelid, but it lines up like underneath the eye and right above with the eyebrow. But I mean, honestly, that works too, because you've kind of made him look quite a bit younger. And the sword needs a lot of detail. The sword is like...
But...
Big deal. The sword's a big deal.
Better?
What? You smart ass.
I don't ever draw weaponry. It was a struggle to draw these straight lines here.
Why did someone buy that? Someone actually bought
this quiet scene.
That Alagon resupply node permit that I put up. I was just testing that. Someone bought one of the nodes.
Is that one of the ones that you need a beastman to get?
No, you just buy them from the store.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. But in the update they made it so you can actually see the price. Like if it's sold at an NPC on the item now, it tells you like what the NPC price is. Well, I guess they didn't care to go and find the NPC. Maybe they don't have access to
some people just pay for convenience. Oh, sorry, Portia. Why did the eraser suddenly turn into the color select tool? Oh no.
You probably clicked something.
Oh, it's working. Yes, Portia, I will pet you.
That cat is so demanding.
Yeah.
Milo has been asleep over there all night.
Yeah, man, he's gonna wake up real upset.
Oh, they added new fish in the update. It's one of the most important things they added. Need to go find them.
Oh, no.
I wonder how much they're going for on the auction, on the market board. They added fishing holes to the Doman Enclave, so I'm willing to bet that's where you can fish them up at. Well, after the update, we've got a lot more people coming back to the servers, so... And it's been a seller's market lately. Well...
It wasn't before the update, but all my stuff's been selling real fast. Suddenly.
Well, everyone's in a rush. They don't want to have to bother looking for stuff, so... They want to get to the content, so they're just rushing straight to the market board for everything. Let's see what kind of fish they have in the... I'm just seeing what they added.
Need for speed.
His sword actually changes shape depending on what he's using it for. Combat or the all-seeing eyes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But, I mean, really, you can draw it however, whichever shape you like best. As long as you get the Thundercats emblem on it, I'm pretty sure you can get away with.
It's gonna look like a Thunderbird, but... Oh no, I'm gonna mess up his hair.
So it looked like earlier we had quite a few people that play Warframe. I think Audio, Rick. Like one or two others too.
Okay. Dang it. I can't. I've got to make my eraser smaller.
Maybe if you zoom in, would that help out?
Yeah. I just hate to zoom in too much. The pixels. Scary.
Did you notice that the Thundercat emblem is actually above the pommel though? Like the handguard?
No.
Because it's at the base of the blade, like the very base of the blade is the emblem.
Well, crap.
If you just make the gray parts that are going off to the sides, the handguard, thinner, then that should work. The way he's holding the sword is so...
Nonchalant.
Like, yeah, he's like holding it like it's, I don't know, like a horse crop or something.
I was looking at a action figure.
Oh.
So,
well, that would be why.
Yeah. Sword's got to slip in his hand somehow. Hello.
Oh, well, this is iconic Halo right here. Everyone remembers this one, I'm sure. I can remember the very specific mission this was for because of this song playing. I gotta admit, because of this song, though, I remember every little bit of that mission. But I remember a lot of Halo. I played it all the way up through Reach, and then I didn't play any after that. I kind of regret that. The only one I was really disappointed by was Orbital Defense Force, Orbital Drop. Yeah, ODS. It wasn't a bad game. I just felt that it was too much of a departure from the award-winning Halo modus operandi. You know, the way he's holding the sword is kind of like that look like. Now, why are you gonna grab my cupcake? Don't make me give it back. with the paw out, even it's like give me the cupcake back.
Don't make me.
No, bad human. Don't make me smack you. Give me the cupcake. See, I've had to summon the storm now. The thunder's on the way, I promise, because I'm Lion-O, leader of the Thundercats, and I promise.
No.
You don't give me the cupcake, you gonna face thunder. Oh. Hope you're ready for that thunder, because right now it's like 300 miles that way. Oh, it's getting closer, look at that. Give me that cupcake. You gonna get that thunder gonna get you. So wait a second. Oh, it's gonna be difficult to add the sun in on this one. Like we have specific weather problems. Make it smart. Make it frowning. Makes you wonder where the light is coming from. That is on his hair.
Oh, yeah.
The light reflection.
It's a little extra shiny. I forgot.
What is going on with the sun?
I don't know. Is he okay?
It looks like it just hit the crack pipe a little too hard.
He's even wonky shaped.
No worries, audio. They're actually really cheap right now if I'm too lazy to build one. I think they're like, what, 175? 150K, something like that.
Yeah, they're not crazy.
Ooh, I see a fish on here. A dragon head. They look pretty cool. And Naxian mullet. That's a mullet. We have to put a mullet in our aquarium. Yeah, she brought back she's hearkening back to his younger years, but oh, that looks cool. It kind of looks like the lightning is sweating. No. The lightning doesn't need to actually sweat.
I've never been good at drawing.
No, that was good. You should have left it. That was fine. Except he's always dealt with like blue lightning. Can you change it?
Oh, nope.
Yeah, his stuff was always like blue. And it always struck his sword, but you don't really have the you don't really have the space real estate up there. Oh, you can work it out. There you go. Look at that. Sasha always manages to work these things out somehow.
I guess. Depends on your definition of workout. Looks like it's gonna strike him. What even is that? So does he get like lightning effects on his sword?
Yes, he does, actually.
Like that? Just like that, I'm sure it's spot on.
Yeah, that's I would swear that was the original artist rendition of it. Like to the T. That's a cutfish.
It's got streamers. It's a cat toy. He needs a cat.
He needs a Thundercat.
But what does that little dude look like? Snarf or whatever the fuck. Snarf?
Well, he has the biggest, bushiest cheeks you've ever done seen.
Oh, goodness. What's his name? Snarf?
Yeah, it's Snarf. S-N-A-R-F. Snarf.
Images. Goodness, he looks ridiculous.
Well, Snarf was an interesting creature. He was like a mix of cat and lizard dragon. He's like a cat dragon cat thingy. The weird thing is he actually had hands. Like he had like 5 full fingers, thumbs and all. So are any of you guys into the Disgaea series? Because they're remastering Disgaea 1 and it is coming out here in like 2 weeks? Something like that. Maybe 3 weeks. Might be 3. And if not Disgaea, then what about Valkyria Chronicles? The new Valkyria Chronicles is coming out, I believe, next week. Hey, Porsche, what's up? Uh-oh, looks like she sees a moth. She sees something.
I think she just likes to look at the ceiling when she wants attention. Well, no, she does look focused on something. I don't see anything, though. What are you looking at?
I guess drawing Snarf that small would actually make sense. Since Lion-O looks younger, Snarf would be smaller.
It's a snartin.
A snartin? Oh, like a snarf kitten?
Yeah.
A snartin.
Snartin.
I see what you did there.
tips of his ears look like? They're cut off in this picture.
I'm pretty sure they're pretty bushy. Like, I think they had little tips to them. There's one. I think they're visible there. 2 references to the left. Down there. Oh, they're just straight.
Oh, here you go.
He has a full head of hair. Everyone, except for, oh my god, why am I blanking on his name?
Bald guy?
Panthro, yes. Everyone except for Panthro and Mumra. Well, no, Mumra had mummy lash hair, if I remember correctly. Mumra. He's his little. He almost looks like kind of like an ice cream. He's just got like this mix of ice cream with a face on it in his hand.
He has this really wide mouth.
Yeah.
Kind of like Polite Cat.
Yeah, actually it is a lot like Polite Cat.
Yes? Let's see.
You're just gonna leave his body as this blob.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about.
He's just this blob.
Oh, he's got like a not furry belly.
Yeah, his belly's the most. That and his tail are probably the most dragon parts about him. You could always zoom in for that part if you need. Probably be easier to... Well, you're doing fine. I'd be lazy and zoom in for everything. Just do it by the pixel.
Man, it's so ugly when I zoom in, though. I only do that when I absolutely gotta.
It's not ugly when you zoom in. It's retro.
That's one way to think about it.
So, what were you guys' favorite cartoons when you were kids? Like, when you see Thundercats, what does it make you think of for, like, Saturday morning cartoons or just the cartoons you guys got into? One of my big favorites was Robotech, Battletech, Macross.
I'm trying to think what I was really into as a kid.
It was mostly Macross, Voltron, Dragon Ball, of course.
Pokemon?
Perfect. Although I think we might have put everyone to sleep. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
The soothing sounds of our voices let everyone drift off. Oh yeah, Transformers. Classic. Oh, Bree, you're still here. Are you working tonight, Bree? Just out of curiosity. Adopt a cat. Ho! Oh, so you've been driving and everything. Well, good to hear you got back safely. You could keep taking the hoe all the way around behind him to the lightning. Probably be safer to ride it on maybe another layer. Well, you got it. Just make it go all the way across the plains. So just out of curiosity, does anyone remember that show I mentioned earlier, Inhumanoids? By the way, the other show I remember from a kid, I know all of you remember. Captain Planet.
Oh, yeah.
More like Captain Classic. His sword now, it looks so much like a katana the way you draw it.
I just tried to draw straight lines. Puff.
Oh yeah, G.I. Joe. Man, I'm forgetting a lot of the classics. She's had a cat pinning her legs down the entire time.
Just finally getting up.
Ragna, you live.
Oh.
It's good to see you are alive. We were worried you might have hurt your neck or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Ragna, did you get Torna for Xenoblade Chronicles 2? And also, what was your favorite cartoon as a kid? Just to keep you included. The Snarf is so fat and round. It looks like one of those, what are those Russian dolls that fit one doll into another, into another, into another?
Russian dolls?
Are they Russian?
I don't know. Oh, I don't remember what you call that.
Any of you guys remember what it's called? I can't. It's like a. Yeah, Matryoshka, that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
That sounds right. Sounds legit.
Matroska. Matroska. Deploying a shield. Maybe that's where they got the idea for Zarya's power. I just realized that she put shells on other people, so that's like a shell on her, a shell on them. They move. I think she's from Matroskas.
Possibly.
That or I could be reaching, I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
Привет.
It's straight out of the manga that was probably done in the United States.
American manga is still manga. Well, it's actually comics, but...
Yeah, the sun's not sure about this cloudiness.
The sun is stunned because of the thunder. Wait, thund. It's almost like the sun is thund. Stunned.
Thund. Now what? Should probably do some like highlights.
Highlights?
Maybe.
Maybe for the thunder, or the lightning rather. But
yeah, I drew the light source on the wrong side. I mean, the sun's over here, but the thunder's over here, so we're like, what is the light source?
that was the one thing that bothered me about the entire Thundercats series. Is like, it was thunder, but he summoned it down onto his sword, at which it's, at that point it's like, it's not thunder anymore, it's lightning.
Yeah.
Now, Fantasia, what are you thinking of turning it into? A Makote? A potato? An aura? Aura? That aura? Actually, what? I think you were an aura. For 2 seconds. Ragnar, you've been gone for 2 hours. We're wondering if you were okay. If you got like a nap or something. Get ready to Charlie house.
Dang it.
The potatoes seem pretty fun. But I can't do that camera angle. I just can't get myself... I can't wrap my head around that camera angle. It's too low.
Oh, I was so lazy coloring this in. Oops.
Huh?
This thumb is all colored outside the line.
Oh. Yeah, that is pretty lazy. What were you thinking?
Oh, sorry.
No worries, Ragnar. As long as you're feeling better.
Yeah.
As they say, health first. Crappy YouTube shows last.
Never.
Never. Yep, there you go. Are you doing the gems?
Done.
They have like silver on them too, I think.
Not according to this poorly made action figure.
Alrighty, Bree. Take it easy. Have a good one. I'm pretty sure you'll get plenty of rest if you took some sleep aids. So.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for dropping by.
If you think there was silver, I'll put some silver.
My frogs are a neck problem, though. Her bunions, I don't think, are neck.
Yeah. Do I have bunions?
Yeah, I'm wondering, where did the bunions come from, though, Ragnar? I don't remember the bunions. Was I not here?
Are those things you get when you wear too many high heels and your big toe points towards the rest of your toes? I'm not exactly sure that I'm clear on what bunions are.
The biggest thing I don't like about the Lalafels audio is I really like to look at my armor, and I like to look at, like... I mean, I guess if you really want to look at your helmet, I prefer to go without a helmet. So, yeah, there's too little body and too much head, in my opinion. I want to be able to look at my armor and enjoy the face and head as well. So, yeah, Lalafels aren't the best fashion choice for me. But I've seen some people make them look really cool, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Lalas have some really nice hair.
Yeah, they have some of the best hair choices.
What does that say? The pickles and the last pudding. I didn't even know that the pudding existed.
Wait. You ate the last pudding?
No, I didn't eat any pudding.
Is this true, Ragna? Because I might have to end the stream early.
I wasn't even aware of any pudding. You were talking about the chunky pudding, and I was like, did you use heat? And you were like, nah. And I was wondering how.
Oh, now I remember. That was like a weird conversation to refer to. I was lost. And as for the cute and deadly on the Lalafels, like I said, I think everyone else can design them. Everyone else can design a Lalafell way better than I can. I can't ever get anything decent out of them, so.
I made a Lala retainer, and I think he's pretty cute.
Yeah, I made a Lala retainer, and he looks like a tiger.
Oh, yeah, your little butler.
Yeah, he looks like a little tiger.
Like, look at that little dude in his man bun. He looks so refined.
I don't like man buns.
Meh.
You're framing Ragna? Really?
Yeah.
And I trusted you.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening anymore. Oh, Pikachu. Oh man, I'd love to see that. Do you have them in your yard?
Yeah, mine isn't, mine's not a normal tiger. It's a blue and white tiger. I guess he looks kind of like, you remember the wolf from Monster Rancher? If you guys remember Monster Rancher. He looks like that, yeah. Blue and white striped wolf. Pikachu, though. I could see them being Pikachu. Like, their body even looks like a Pikachu.
Mm-hmm. In 14, you can have, characters you design that hold your stuff and sell things on the market for you. And, they're these little potato-shaped people that are one of the races in this game.
Think dwarves, but not muscular. No beards, really. No facial hair. These,
Aw, dang.
Think people that are children all the time. They never grow up. They're Toys R Us kids. That's what they are. They're a bunch of Toys R Us kids.
They're like chibi-shaped come to life.
Dang it, Ragnar. You know what Monster Rancher is. Monster Rancher 3 for PlayStation 2 is one of my favorite games ever.
I don't know why a 3 followed by a 2. It sounds like some kind of conundrum.
What?
I don't know. I was playing my PlayStation 3 game on my PlayStation 2.
Oh. Monster Rancher 3 on PlayStation 2?
Yeah, it just sounds funny to me. Oh, you know what? They're not wrong. If you made Row Itty Bitty the same shape. So does that mean Lalas are actually like super built? They're just real small?
Or are they stunted rows?
What's that?
I've played all the Silent Hills, even the crappy ones on Wii.
I'd probably lose my mind.
My favorite was Silent Hill 4, The Room, though. I like the whole being safe in your room for a while, but they slowly chip away at your room's safety as the game goes on. I really like that. I like that about Fatal Frame 3 as well. It did the same thing.
Didn't Resident Evil, which the hell, number 7 do that?
Audio, don't you mean genital destruction?
Huh?
Instead of Outlast? Castration simulator?
Yeah.
In Outlast 2 had some it had some stuff.
No, I'm not sure what else to do with this. And give him a boob window.
He doesn't need that. He has a breastplate. They're shaped around his boobs. Pecs. His pecs.
Hmm. Oh.
Is something wrong with your Switch, though? Ragna? Has your Switch been acting up? Is it one of those ones that cracked up on you? Is it cracked? I thought you guys were going to get to hear one of Milo's sneezing fits. He woke up sneezing.
I don't know if it's today.
Oh. You were just asking about Xenoblade on PSN, so I thought maybe something happened to your Switch.
He's awake. I wonder if he's going to start yelling. Mellow? So, buddy?
It's definitely starting to get a good collection now, audio.
Animal Crossing's coming!
Octopath's really good. That game that Sauce just mentioned is there.
Soon.
That's sometime. I don't know.
I can't wait for Tokyo Game Show. Maybe they'll show some more stuff.
Oh, did you type Xenosaga? Whoops, my bad. Xenosaga, I do not believe is on PSN. I might be wrong, but I don't think it is. I think that's one of the series that they're missing. Most of what's on PSN is what they were able to do. What Sony had a lot of. If Sony was heavily involved in it, they get those licenses early because they still own them for the most part. So. You just detailing his armpits now? You could always do like some dark lines around Snarf so he stands out a little bit more away from, or put his tail on. He has a huge tail. That huge dragon tail?
That sounds like a lot of work. Maybe I'll give him a border.
Oh, is there a new update on it, Ragnar? I haven't touched it in a day or 2 or 3. Something like that. It's been a little bit. So we might not be entirely up to date. I will warn you though, Ragna, Xenosaga is a very polarized series. Oh, the Nintendo Online is active now? Wonder how that'll change things. Like, messaging it. I really only use the basic features on it so far, so I don't think it'll bother me too much. But as for Xenosaga, the first game was pretty decent. It was lacking in music, though. It was a really quiet game. There wasn't too much music in it, which that's probably my biggest complaint. Xenosaga 2 was so bad that I would actually just recommend that you watch YouTube videos on it. Just go ahead and find one of the Xenosaga movies and just watch it. Part 3 was excellent. Part 3 had everything you wanted. It had great music, had great choreography, the narrative was focused, the graphics were really good for the era, and the gameplay was top notch. The combat was great. I don't know if it matters to you guys, but running animations and like the way the main character moves is pretty important to me on an RPG, because you're kind of staring at it for the entire game. So the way they move in Xenosaga 3 was really good. They did a good running animation for them. And choreography in the battle was good too.
Meh.
Milo is woke. He is awoken and he's angry. He wakes up angry a lot.
He wakes up real loud.
He's old, so he has flashbacks in his sleep and, wakes up angry.
It just looks like he's got poops. Never mind. Don't you huff it, Portia? No.
No, Sasha wasn't featured until later, when she was in Xenosaga, or Xenoblade, as a blade.
Eh?
She was a blade. I'll leave it up to you to guess which one is Sasha.
What? No matter how I draw this, it looks like boobs.
Yeah, that would be nice, audio. I don't know if they really can right now. They probably could. I think Namco Bandai owns all of the rights to Xenoblade or Xenosaga. I think they own all of them. I know there's a whole lot of licensing issues with the entire Xeno series.
Poppy? Yeah. Oops.
And Square has actually been pretty active with Xenogears lately. They just released the Fei Fong Wong figures. They got
Yeah, freaking crap. I can't make them not look like boobs. What do I do?
Well, if you look at American comics, a lot of dudes look like they have boobs.
Yeah, I sure do.
Have you seen some of Captain America's stuff? Good God.
That looks terrible. No, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm even gonna get rid of the shadow. Yeah, this is fine. Maybe just put a shadow here. Just bam. No. No.
No, you didn't like that?
Well, did you?
I like almost any
fair.
shading.
I
Yeah,
got
that's
it in
good.
his hair. I gotta do it again.
Burger King chicken nuggets. I think Burger King anything would kill him.
Chicken nuggets.
And Snarf could subsist on trash. Like garbage.
It's because he was garbage.
Snarf was a vital
Was he?
character.
I think you're lying.
Snarf had his moments. He had some good moments in the series.
Man, when I was a kid, he annoyed the crap out of me.
Snarf, snarfer, snarfer. Snarf.
Why would you sound that way on purpose?
He had like this old,
Tiki niggy.
this old lady dude voice.
Yeah.
Snarf.
Snarf.
And he always whined. It was always whining.
Well,
Don't want to do this because we're gonna die.
I mean, maybe, but you don't gotta say it.
You know what the cat kind of looks like, guys? It reminds me of Tails.
Tails of what?
Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh.
Tails Miles Prower.
Yeah, that Tails. Okay.
I might be the only person in existence that knows his full name.
Yeah, I don't know his full name.
It's Tails Miles Prower.
Is Tails a squirrel or a fox?
He's a fox. Two-tailed fox.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Twerk till you drop.
Eh?
Oh, well, at least Ragnar knew his name. I'm not the only one.
He's my favorite, and I don't know his name. I don't even know what he is.
Knuckles Michael Jackson Echidna. Oh, Mike Tyson. Whoops.
What? Really?
He's Michael Tyson.
Eh.
No. This soundtrack was supposed to be some of video games' best music, but I haven't seen anything, or I haven't heard anything from Castlevania Symphony of the Night, or Sonic the Hedgehog. Speaking of that, yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog has got some of the best music out there.
What is this supposed to be? Best music of what?
Video games.
What?
Video games' best music.
If
There's over 100 tracks on this thing, and no Sonic. No.
It's mostly real mainstream stuff. Like, I haven't even seen any RPGs, really.
They need Zack's Fair's theme in here from Crisis Core.
Like, there's been Call of Duty and stuff in there. Like, nah.
Call of Duty can still have good music.
Nah. Thank you. I don't know if he's very Lionel-like. He looks pretty anime, but there he is.
Lion anime, lanime. Can't mix those words too well. Lion anime. We'll just do that.
Antlion?
Antlion. Yep, the price of freedom is very steep indeed.
$1.05?
If you ever look up the price of freedom on YouTube or music, that's like, I don't know, it's a bit of a tearjerker theme for me.
Are we talking about... If we're not talking about the same song, we can't be.
Crisis Core.
Oh.
Zack Fair's theme.
I thought we were talking about World Police.
No, not World Police. That you're thinking of the price of freedom is steep. In that case, the price of freedom was a blowjob.
It's $1.05.
Yeah, and $1.05. SNK Heroines is a game with plot, armor, devices. It has devices. Valkyria Chronicles 4 next week. Yay.
Where'd Milo go?
I wish we got part 3. They need to localize that.
I wonder if I could put this camera on Portia.
Crisis Core, I think, in my opinion, was the best game in the Final Fantasy franchise. as far as impactful story. Why is she so close to it? Holy crap, she's like right on top of it.
It's dramatic.
Is that even really her?
It looks like some kind of portrait.
It does. It looks like we put up a picture of a cat.
I swear it's real.
Watch, she blinks. Yeah, there, look. See, there's movement. Why was she just sitting there like that in a trance? Look at her. She looks like she's like...
Is she okay?
Like, we need that Fallout music to play.
You don't want to eat it? You wanted to eat it earlier.
FF Tactics is very, very good, Ragna. The Lion's War was very interesting. And very deep, powerful stuff. But man, were you there for the end of Crisis Core? Good God. Now stop petting her and see what her face does. Look at that concentration. I mean, she just stopped. She's like, she looks like a fake cat.
She does. She's looking for moths.
Cats have no owners, Ragna. Just buddies. And eager slaves to help them do everything. Take naps, bury their poo, and feed them.
Wow.
Hello, Milo. Milo comes back into the room demanding things.
Yeah. What you
You
want?
hear that? No.
He wants to play Final Fantasy.
He wants to wreck... He's gonna hit my sell everything button for 14. Sell it all at one gill.
Sell to NPC. Your... What's the new currency? Mendacity. What nonsensical.
Well, Ragna, you're not a slave. You're now a bullet sponge. If they ever remake, that would be what really would, that would save Square in my eyes. They've been good, and they've done some good publishing work, but I'm not the biggest fan of, like, 15 or most of their recent stuff, but if they ever remake Crisis Core, oh, man. I am on board. Yes.
Milo has things to say about this.
Milo's like, I'm on board. Your lap, human. Well, you'll have to get in line, Ragnar, because I'll be pooping in my pants too. I'll just steal Ragnar's pants beforehand.
Poop each other's pants.
Yes.
Did you hear that sound? You want this? Grab.
Yeah, next week is gonna be Pyra for Brandon. We're gonna try to get him on board so he's here. I let him know before the stream tonight, but
oh, he's got you.
Joke's on you, Ragna. My pants used to be Lion-O's pants.
Says Pedo.
Yes. There's no room for poop. Well, alright, you haven't drawn anything for a while, so I guess we're calling this one complete. Yes. Look at that face.
Oh, Portia?
Yes, Portia's face.
I was gonna say, what face?
Lionel's face has been the same for the past hour and a half. Give me about 3 years to burn off some unwanted body at the gym, and maybe we'll talk, Ragnar. Maybe. Go get me a good picture of someone from a muscle magazine, and we'll just say it's me.
Photoshop the Speedo. It's
Yeah.
blue with lion on it.
Mm-hmm. His lion. I'm not even lying. That's really me.
Huh.
Portia's probably like, why do you keep bugging me? I'm trying to trance out here. She doesn't look like she complains about that too much.
She's trying to eat this thing earlier.
Yeah, something like that, audio. Yeah, I would love a remake of Crisis Core, but like you, audio, I'm not really certain I could go through that ending again. Even knowing it, like the whole game, I remember playing knowing what Zack's fate was. Like, you play through Crisis Core. If you've played 7, you already know it doesn't end well. But then when you actually see it play out in front of you, it's like, yeah, I don't really like Cloud so much anymore. And I don't see him as the hero I saw him as when I was younger. After that, I couldn't help but see Cloud kind of like just sloppy seconds, really. But, alrighty guys, it looks like we have completed this one. Another week, another work, well done, hun.
Meh.
Well, you don't like this one?
I don't like any of them.
I was gonna say, you didn't like Pokemon last week either,
No.
but everyone I showed it to seemed to like it. Well, alright,
Okie
Ragnar,
dokie.
hope your neck feels better.
Meh, meh, meh.
Give it a good pop. Look around a bit. Go outside. Swing your head all over the place. You know, like those hair bands from the 80s. They used to swing their hair all over. Try that. You know, just be gentle. Just take it slow. And Rick, thank you for the good recommendation or request.
Yeah,
Seemed
this one was fun.
Yeah, seems like it put her to the test. Got some muscles and some man hair in there.
Some real biceps.
Real biceps. Not those fake biceps. Like you find in pickle jars.
An anime.
Yeah. Well, alrighty, guys. Audio, was a pleasure seeing you in Final Fantasy XIV as well.
Yeah.
If we're around and you need some crappy players to do something with, I guess hit us up. Guys, we love you, and we appreciate y'all coming, as always. To anyone who's been watching or has been watching this maybe after the stream, if you're new to the channel, as far as likes and subs, that's all up to you. What we always ask around here, though, is that you consider these guys up here, like Portia here in the picture, or the video. Consider adopting or rescuing, aspca.org, petfinder.com. You can also Google local animal rescue and adoption. If you can't bring one home due to living conditions, allergies, what have you, then there are a couple other things you can do to show your love. What are those?
You can also go volunteer, spend time with them, or you can donate money, old clothes, old blankets. They can use all that stuff.
Yep, so if you've got love to give, there's plenty of ways to give it, and plenty of animals out there who could use that love. So, speaking of love, as I said before, we love you guys, and we will see you next time. Good night.
Good night.